Hi, kindergartners. Welcome back to your TV classroom. Today is Thursday, March 11th. We get to do some really fun learning today, but before we do that, let's check in with our zones. How are you feeling today, friends? Maybe you're feeling sad or happy or excited or mad. How are you feeling today? Mr. Kevin, how are you feeling today?
Well, thank you for asking. Thank you for asking, Miss Wally. I'm in the silly zone, apparently.
You're in the silly zone. That would be yellow.
And how are you, Mrs. Wally?
Well, I'm in the green zone.
Good.
Yep. I am ready to learn, I'm ready to teach, and I am super excited. Let's head on to our 5 and 10s frames, kindergartners. Back to our zone.
See, I'm in the silly zone.
You are. He's in the yellow zone. It's not good when the camera guy's in the yellow zone, Mr. Kevin.
Okay, well, let's see
Here
if
we go.
See if we can do the right thing here.
Sounds good. Okay. How many do you see? I see a group of 10 and one more. What does that make? It makes... Oh no, Mr. Kevin. I forgot to get my pen ready. Oops, we were busy talking. It makes 11. I know that because 10 and one more makes 11. How many do you see now? It's still 11. It's still 10 and one more. It still makes 11. It doesn't matter where the one is. It just matters that it's there. Ooh, how many do you see now? Mr. Kevin, how many do you see up here?
Ooh. Let's see. What do I see?
What do you see?
Oh, I see a full 10 frame.
Oh, yeah, so you'd see 10.
And so I see 3 more.
And what number does that make?
So that makes 13.
Ooh, very good. 13 is the same as 10 and 3 more. Now, I have a question for you. How did you see the 3?
Well, that's funny because I saw it as 2 plus 1.
Look at that. He saw a group of 2 and one more. And I've done 5 and 10s frames so much that I just knew it was 3. I didn't even have to do 2, 1 makes 3. I just knew it because I've done them so much. How many do you see, Mr. Kevin?
That's full.
It's full.
It's a full 5 and a full 10 frame, so that's 15.
That's right. 5 and 10 is 15, or 10 and 5 more is 15. Okay, friends, how many do you see? If you said 14, kiss your brain. There's 10 and 4 more, and that makes 14 because 14 is made of 10 and 4 extra ones. Today, we are learning to subtract within 5. So, I'm going to get... Mr. Kevin, can you put my board up?
Yes.
We are going to make our pond, because we're subtracting, our log. Today, it's just a big straight log, but it has some moss on it. Okay, my mossy log.
No moss.
And I have to get my frogs. Everyone get your frogs, get ready. If you don't have counters to use as frogs, you can draw frogs with circles. Don't spend time actually drawing a frog. We don't have time for that today. We're not being, just a little circle to be your frog. Okay. Ooh. It's saying 4 minus 1. They did a picture, but let's tell the story. There are how many frogs on the log? What's the first, the whole? 4 frogs on the log. 1, 2, 3, 4. One frog jumps off. How many frogs are on the log? 3. Which of those pictures looks like our picture that's left? These ones here on the right? Is it 1, 2? 1, 2, 3? Or 1, 2, 3, 4? Which one? If you're telling me it's the one with 3, ding, 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 you got it. We had 4 and we took 1 away, and there's 3 left. And look at the picture they did. They had 4, and they crossed off 1, and there's 1, 2, 3 left. How does the cube train with a cube marked off help you solve 4 minus 1? Another way to say that is, how does building 4 cubes and then crossing 1 off help you understand 4 minus 1? Mr. Kevin, how does it help you understand 4 minus 1 when we mark 1 off from a group of 4?
It just reminds me to not count that one.
Yeah, don't count it because we took it away.
Right.
It shows us taking it away because we are subtracting, which can mean to take away. Oh. Now we have to decide, friends, do we want to model with our frog and log or look at the picture and then find the equation? I think we'll look at the pictures and find the equation. So Mr. Kevin, can you show it nice and big? Mm-hmm. We're gonna see if we can do it without using counters and just looking at the pictures, because that means you're starting to understand it better if you can do that. When you first learn something, we do it with counters, and then as you learn it, we move to pictures, and then pretty soon, you don't even need the pictures and you just need the equations. It's pretty great. Let's look at the green ones, this top one up here, the one at the very top. What do you see? How many cubes did they start with? They built a train with 1, 2, 3 cubes. And then what did they do? They took 1 off. Which equation shows 3 taking away 1 of them? Is it 3 minus 2 and there's 1 left? 4 minus 2 with 2 left, or 3 minus 1 with 2 left. Now I know it's not the 4 because we didn't start with 4. We started with 3, so which one is it? Is it 3 minus 2 or 3 minus 1? Well, we have 3, we took 1 away and there's 2 left. 3 minus, take away 1 is the same as having 2 left. I think I found it. Is this the one you picked? Nice job. Let's look at the middle picture. It's orangey red. How many cubes did they start with? If you said 3, kiss your brain. 1, 2, 3 cubes. How many do they cross off? Take away 1, take away 2. They took away 2. They had 3 and took away 2. Which equation shows 3 minus 2? 3 minus 2, there it is. 3 minus 2 equals 1, whereas the same as having 1 left over. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, let's look at the last one. Sometimes they trick you and you have to draw to the same equation twice. Let's check. How many cubes did they start with? Whoops, no, that's not what I wanted. If you said 4, kiss your brain. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many did they cross off? 1, 2. They had 4 and they took away 2. How many are left? 2. Let's look at the equation we haven't drawn a line to yet. 4 minus 2 equals 2. How can I say that so it makes sense? 4 take away 2 is the same as having 2 left over. Look at that. 4 take away 2 is the same as having 2 left over. I think we found it. 4 minus 2 equals 2. Nice job. Thanks for your help, kindergartners. Okay, which one does it match? I'm going to give you 1 minute. Go ahead, see if you can figure it out. Maybe you need to draw a picture or build it to help you. How many did they start with? Okay, friends. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 cubes or 4 frogs on the log. 1, 2, 3 hop off. Now there's 1 frog on the log. So I'm looking for the equation that tells the story of 4 on the log, 3 hop off. Now there's 1. Which equation? 4 on the log, 1 hops off. Now there's 3. 3 on the log, 1 hops off. Now there's 2. Or 4 on the log, 3 hop off. Now there's 1. There it is. If you said that equation, ding, ding, ding. Nice job. Today for your assignment, you're going to do page 361 and 362 in your math workbook. You're going to be drawing lines to match to the equations that show the picture. Doing what we just did. Kindergartners, today we learned to subtract within 5. We were acting out problems, we were modeling problems, we were finding how many were left, and we were matching the pictures to the equations they represented. Excellent job. Mr. Kevin, if they would like to show us a frog hopping in the, I almost said hopping in the log. Well, they could do that, hopping off the log with an equation. Where can they send that?
Yes, kindergartners, please send your frogs hopping on and off and in logs to TV Classroom at tacoma.k12.wa.us. That's a whole lot of letters there, huh? Ask your adult for some help. Or you can send it to TV Classroom, that's 601 South 8th Street, Tacoma, Washington, 98405.
Thank you, Mr. Kevin. Now, kindergartners, next will be Miss Oslin after your break. During your break, get your ELA packet, your learning notebook, your learning buddy, and your pencil, and be ready to learn when she comes back on the screen. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you next time. Bye, friends.
Rules. 1. You have 10 seconds to pick your crewmate. 2. A new timer will appear with an exercise for the crewmate you picked. 3. You will get 10 points for each correct crewmate and exercise you choose. 4. If you pick the imposter, you will lose all your points. 5. See how many points you can get. Good luck.
Hi, kindergartners. Welcome back from your break. I see you have your materials and you're ready to learn. You can take your pencil, your learning notebook, and if you grabbed your ELA packet, you can put those off to the side for now. You won't need those quite yet, but go ahead and hold on to your learning buddy if they are going to help you focus. Today and every day when we come together, your job is to listen, share, read, and write. You have active listening posture when you're, say this with me, eyes watching,
Eyes watching,
ears listening,
ears listening,
voice quiet,
voice quiet,
and if it helps you, your body is still.
still.
And even then, Mr. Kevin and I know sometimes we all have to use positive self-talk to remind ourselves to focus.
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 Of course, look what happened. You said focus and the screen went blank.
Oh my goodness. The
There we
screen
go.
didn't focus.
The screen didn't focus.
Focus, screen. Focus.
That's the shot I wanted.
Ah, there we are.
Focus. I love it.
That's awesome. Look inside, Mr. Kevin, you have someone visiting you up in your booth there that we're seeing in the corner.
Oh, that right there?
No, look towards the camera.
I do. I do. Look who it is.
It's Chili.
Hey, Chili.
Hey, Chili.
Chili, do you want to help me do some of the production here today at TV Classroom? Oh, Chili's ready.
Chili's ready.
Chili's ready.
Okay, here we go. No pressure, Chili. All right, you will also get an opportunity to share today. I'm really focused on focus. Let the focus go, Mrs. Oslin. You will get an opportunity to share today. I do want you talking about your ideas. And if someone in the room with you is also going to be sharing, then you get to practice your active listening skills and listen to their point of view because you'll probably learn something from it. Now, we have been learning all about writing personal narratives. And today we're learning that writers plan the structure of their writing and envision how to organize it. Now, a structure is kind of how your writing is built. And you're going to envision it, which means picture it in your mind, how you're going to organize it. Like, where are your pictures going to be on your paper? Where is your writing going to be on your paper? We're going to look at two examples, two books that we have already read, and we're going to compare and contrast these two books and think about how is the writing on the page and the picture on the page structured, and how can we use those to model our own writing. So we read The Chalk Doll by Charlotte Pomerantz and The Moon Was the Best by Charlotte Zolotow, both authors named Charlotte. And these two books have common structure. That means the ways the authors put their ideas down on the paper are similar. The ideas are written as a series of what we call snapshots, and each page gives you a bit of storytelling or narration, some description, and some information. And these snapshots, I'm going to give you a fancy word for snapshots. Are you ready? Vignettes. Say vignette.
Vignettes.
Vignettes. They're little snapshots, a little bit of the story at a time. And some writers call them vignettes, but they all have something in common. All of the events, each page is linked to one event. That's something that strong writers do, especially starting in kindergarten. We're going to start thinking about one event told over multiple pages. So let's look at our first page in The Chalk Doll. Now, you will remember in The Chalk Doll, it started with a mom and our character named Rose. And Rose was sick in bed and mom was taking care of her. And Rose's mother kissed her and drew the curtains. "You forgot to kiss me," said Rose. "I did kiss you," said Mother. "You didn't kiss me goodnight." Mother went over and kissed her. "Good night, Rosie," she said. "I need my bear," said Rose. "Your bear?" said Mother. You haven't slept with your bear since you were little. I'm still little, said Rose. She hugged her bear. Mommy, she said, did you have a bear when you were a little girl in Jamaica? No, said Mother, but I had a rag doll. Now, you'll remember that Rose is asking her mom if she had a bear. And Rose actually asks her mom a series of questions. I think she's trying to avoid going to sleep. And Mom shares with her the answer to all of her questions about her life growing up in Jamaica. Now, look at that page and look at the illustrations. Look at how our author and illustrator has organized the writing on the page and the pictures on the page. Where are the words and where are the pictures? Take some think time. All right. Where do you see the words? They're right in the middle of the white page. Where do you see pictures? Yeah, there's a big picture, takes up the whole other side of the paper with Rose and Mom. Did you see the other picture of the bear on the left side, the smaller picture? That's one way that our author and illustrator have organized the structure of their writing. Let's look at another page and see what we notice. Now, all of these stories have a common theme or topic. They're all about Mom growing up in Jamaica. Do you see what else Charlotte Pomerantz did to help organize her writing on this page? It's something different that's not on the other page. Do you see it? She put a little title, The Rag Doll, in blue up at the top to let us know that the topic of this page is about the rag doll, the small detail. Let's see if she does it on other pages. The chalk doll. That's what that says in little blue there at the top. She put titles on her pages to help organize her thinking. And she continued with the structure of having one large photo or picture and one little one about the thing that they were talking about on that page. So in this case, it's the chalk doll. How do the pictures help make the snapshots clear? This is one snapshot. This is one detail in the story about Rose's mom growing up in Jamaica. Well, she included the chalk doll. That makes it really clear that that's what this snapshot or vignette is about. Let's see if she does it on another page. So the title of this one is Milk. And I see at the bottom of page 12 there, under the word milk, is a picture of a can of milk. And then in the picture, they're drinking milk.
Even the kitty.
Was the kitty too? I didn't see that. Oh, look at that cute detail. And this page is about the birthday party. There's pictures of the coins that you might remember and a larger picture of the party. And this one is the pink taffeta dress. You remember learning about that? There she is sewing it, and then the detailed pictures of a sewing machine. This is one way that an author could choose to organize their writing. Now let's look at some pages in The Moon Was the Best by Charlotte Zolito, and pictures are by Tana Hoban. The Moon Was the Best by Charlotte Zolito has a lot of similarities to the chalk doll. It's not what the authors wrote that is similar. The topic is not similar, but how they organize their writing, where they put the pictures, where they put the words. Charlotte Zolito also begins with a little girl asking her mom a question. And this question leads to a series of snapshots or vignettes that are all connected to the main topic of the book. It's all, remember, one event. Once a mother and father were going to Paris. Remember the special things to tell me, said the little girl, the things I'd like to see if I were there. So the mother remembered. So the topic of this book is all about the things that the mom saw in Paris to remember to tell the girl. Take a moment and think about what is similar in this book, in the structure, to the chalk doll. Take some think time. Did you see it, Mr. Kevin? Did you see what's similar?
I think I did.
What are you thinking?
So I see a picture on one side and the text on the other side, and then below the words is a smaller picture.
I noticed the same thing. While the pictures are different because they're photographs, it's still organized in the same way, where there's one big photo, and then on the other page is the text with a smaller photo. Excellent observation.
Why, thank you.
Let's see. Did she do it on this page as well? A bigger photo, and then some text on the other side with a smaller, zoomed in photo. There it is again. And again, all of these vignettes or snapshots are all related to the same topic. They're all about things that you would see in Paris. So this book doesn't have titles to help us like the chalk doll does, but it does have a repeating phrase. She remembered. Let me go back and see that. She remembered the flowering chestnut trees along the streets and how strange it was to be wakened by birds in the middle of a city. She remembered the river Seine, and how going from one side of Paris to the other, you could always see it sparkling in the sun. She remembered the man feeding a cluster of silvery pigeons every morning when she passed. So why do you think these two authors chose to organize their snapshot or vignettes in this way? Take some think time. Turn and tell your learning buddy what you're thinking. Mabel, I think they chose to organize their writing in this way to show how all of the vignettes and snapshots are connected to the main topic of the book. It's all about things you would see in Paris. And it shows a lot of like little stories within a story, and makes it really easy for me as a reader to understand and follow, which makes it easier to enjoy. Now, writers, I am going to challenge you to try on your own organizational structure. You're going to use this snapshot structure planning paper that's in your ELA packet. And you're going to think about how you want to organize your writing. Think about what is one topic that you can write about. One topic. We started a graphic organizer about being at school. Been at school for a couple weeks now. Can you think of 4 details all related to being at school? Or maybe you're thinking about one thrilling event that you've had in your life. Can you think of 4 details that you can draw and write about all related to that one thrilling event? That's going to be your independent work today. Today we learned that writers plan the structure of their writing and envision or picture how to organize it. When you're reading today, I want you paying close attention in your independent reading books. How did the authors and illustrators organize the picture and the text on the page? Also pay close attention to that each snapshot or vignette on each page is all related to the same topic of that story. Again, you're writing, think about what you want to write about. I'll give you some think time right now. Think about it. Turn and tell your learning buddy what you can write about. Mabel, I can write all about going on a bike ride with my family. I can talk about how we get our gear on and then we get our bikes down to the street and then we ride, and then when we're all done, we go home and drink some water. Did you hear how I said 4 different snapshots or vignettes all related to the same story or same idea or experience? That's your challenge. We would love to see your writing. I want to know what it is that you're going to write about and how you're going to organize it. Mr. Kevin, how can our kindergartners send us their writing?
Just ask your adult to help you. Send us an email to tvclassroom@tacoma.k12.wa.us, or you can send them in the mail. TV Classroom, 601 South 8th Street, Tacoma, Washington, 98405.
Thank you, Mr. Kevin. All right, kindergartners, now is time for our affirmation. This is the time of the day when we get to say positive things about ourselves before we go off to complete our independent work. And the affirmation I want you to remind yourself is, I am creative. Say that out loud with me. I am creative. Excellent job today, kindergartners. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I look forward to seeing you back here next time in our TV classroom. Bye.
Hey kids, we want to see your work. Just send your pictures and your stories to TV Classroom, 601 South 8th Street, Tacoma, Washington, 98405.